Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage / Gateway to Glimmer Reignited. And in the last episode, we got drawn into Avalar on our way to Dragon Shores. Met the baddie, Ripto himself, who's trying to take over the realms of Avalar. And now we're in Summer Forest, out of Glimmer. And we need to get onwards, but well, we can't enter the Water Palace because we cannot swim. And we don't have enough gems. Plus, we need to grab all 14 talismans in order to stop, well, have enough power to seal Ripto away or banish him to another realm or something. Who knows what the talismans do, but they are magical. And in this episode, we are heading straight into Colossus, for we need more gems, and as well as the talisman itself that I just mentioned. So, there's one weird thing that I've noticed about, like, the loading screens about, both Spyro 2 and 3 on the Reignited Trilogy, actually. It's not like, you know, Spyro's on an angle, he's just literally left or right, like this. And that's always the same thing. And the thing about Spyro 2 is that we get these kind of intro cutscenes to every level that we enter. Gives the worlds a little bit more flair, because this is all new territory for us. Looks like these monks have some sort of hypnotizing magical abilities by humming. Mystical. Well, you know he's dead. Yeah, this game can be kind of morbid. That's kind of like the thing. Alright, we're in. Let's grab some gems starting off before we talk to this monk and see what's going on.
A Yeti has been rampaging around our home. But we've managed to trap him by shutting all the doors. If you talk to the other brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
I'm not entirely too sure what these guys are supposed to be. But their designs are a lot more... well, they feel like they are evolutions of what they were before in the PlayStation 1 original. So I haven't got any complaint about that. I've got the bigger horn here. And there we are, we have another trophy already. Yeah, all we got to do is just charge a goat in order to get that. And you'll probably be doing that anyway, because, I mean, just like the bulls, you are able to do that to defeat them, and you might want to show you who has the superior horns. And there we are. Sparks wasn't grabbing it because he was already going for the health.
By concentrating, I should be able to open this door for you.
I like how it has a little bit of a wobble, but it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be why I am, but they've changed that to more realistic charting, I guess. But the music is still pretty cool. And what I like about this level, pretty much, is yeah, these little statues have got hockey sticks. In fact, there's hockey banners everywhere. Yeah, these monks, these highly spiritual monks, like hockey. I mean, I guess that makes sense. They're in a very icy climate, even though we were in Summer Forest. Huh? That don't add up, really, does it? But I guess it's a portal, so it doesn't have to add up. But if it's called Summer Forest, you would expect that most of the areas would, you know, match that kind of style. Like, you're in Desert Land, and then all of a sudden you're in, well, you're in an oasis. That adds up, but you wouldn't immediately be, you know, in the sky, would you? It just doesn't make sense, really. And yeah, these massive yaks with a mass load of hair can be flamed immediately, yet the dogs, the woolly dogs in Spyro 1 take 2 hits because we have to burn off their hair first. I feel like those yaks are supposed to have 2 hits and not just the 1. It doesn't seem to add up to me.
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
Well, that doesn't require a key. You just raise the platform a bit so I can actually make that jump properly. Yep, I haven't missed anything so far, Spark says, which is pretty nice, so we'll just continue onwards. As you can see, this map, we're already at the end of the year.
Yaks are too big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily take care of large enemies.
I keep forgetting about the tutorials and you keep making me cut myself off. It's annoying. What I was about to say was, which is funny because she doesn't tell you how to glide here, which is kind of mandatory to get through. You'd think that that would be more of a mandatory thing to tell me in order to get past this platform. Well, I guess I could just do that, whatever. But yeah. Excuse me. I'm guessing she was talking about the yaks. Maybe you can't charge them, but I'm going to try. I just flame them because they got woolly hair. And you can't charge the dogs, so if you played the previous game you would know, but whatever. I'm just babbling at this point. What I was getting into is like that we're pretty much near the end of the level already. As I said, these levels are extremely compact. A little bit more than Spyro 1, but because there's a lot more to do, you're going to be spending a lot more time in the worlds because of that. And Zoe's gonna tell me what these gates do.
Each time you defeat an enemy, it will release a spirit particle. The spirit particles will activate the power-up in that world. If a power-up is inactive, you need to defeat more enemies.
We've already gone into a little bit of this in the first level because we needed to kill enemies in order to activate the super flight power-up. We don't know what this one is at the moment. The problem is that if you can't do a certain thing in a level, or if you decide to come back, that means you'll have to defeat the enemies again in order to get the spirit particles to reactivate the gates again. So if you've got any reason to return, you're going to have to kill enemies again just for the sole purpose of reactivating the gate. I feel that's a little bit annoying because the only reason why you would do that before... Sorry, I got interrupted there. Yeah, the enemies would like respawn in the other games, and all they would do is just give you more opportunities to, you know, get pearls in order to get 1-ups. Apparently no, because, I mean, even when the enemies respawn, that means their spirit particles will be re-energized, I guess? I mean, it is a bit more weird as well. This game really is got a bit of a dark side to it in a way, because we're collecting... that wrong button. I pressed options, my thumb caught the edge of the pad. We're collecting spirit particles. Just think about that for a moment. We kill a Ripto, and we get its spirit particle to energize a gate. And upon entering this level, we just saw someone die. By the way, we have the exit level option now, which we didn't have before because, you know, we didn't actually have access to the hub world.
Hey, look what I can do.
Fascinating. Look at all these brothers with these photos. In fact, look at that level. Foreshadowing. Nope. I think I missed one. Yep. Give me that. So we're getting through pretty quick. There doesn't seem to be a lot more else that we can do. We just seem to be zigzagging in the one area at the moment. Let me just hop up here. Take the lift. Going up, please. Got more of these baskets. Yeah, so we don't have the usual chests and metal cases. Now we have metal and basket pots. That's pretty much going to be how we get all of our gems for the rest of the series.
Remember Hunter's advice. You will glide farthest if you press the jump button again at the very top of your jump.
What if I didn't actually get that orb from Hunter in Summer Forest? I wouldn't have been taught. So you saying this, if I just completely bypassed him, would be a bit out of place. I don't think she has any other dialogue for the game to actually know that you've done it or not. Unless it does detect that orb. Not too sure. I'm pretty sure it don't know. It's just a general thing that she would say. And you don't even need to do that big of a jump. It's way too... I completely overshot that jump. So I don't know why I have to glide to the very top of my jump. That's easily doable with it. That's probably easily doable with just a charge jump. You don't even need to glide. Probably. I guess we'll experiment with that at some other later point. Nope. I have the better horns. So just keep grabbing the gems, and oh look, we're already here. I'm gonna grab a couple more gems first. Let's see ya. Nope. Oh, okay. I just somehow sideswiped dodged him. We need one more kill in order to activate the gates, and it doesn't look like we're able to get our final kill unless we can get over there. There is that pot in the way, but once again, those metal cases we can't break, so I have to find some other way of doing that. But for now, there's actually something that's actually quite clever. If we just go do this.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should torch that Yeti. He's pretty tough, though. In fact, I'm not sure you're up to it.
This is a thing. In the original, he said, I think you should kill that Yeti, although the subtitles still say torch. They've corrected that, which, good on you. You're actually saying what the game is saying. But kill had more impact, but they're supposed to be monks, so I'm guessing that wasn't supposed to be what they would say. I don't know. And I think he said I'm a pacifist, not a vegetarian. I don't think you're supposed to eat a Yeti. Speaking of this Yeti, if we go torch him. Boss time! Mini boss time. We could just die.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
Well, let me just take that off your hands. And what do you mean that you thought that Yogi was tougher than you thought? He got squished. I would like to see you try and lift that up. I mean, I know he was bigger than you still, but that's effectively a thwomp. Let's be fair here. And yes, it does. It did actually make a hole in the ceiling. Well, it kind of left the hole in the ceiling. But yeah, that actually gave us our spirit particle, which are now... I missed a gem. Thank you. That actually activates the thing. And... speed booster? No, it's a spring! And we just do a mat... Are you serious? We just do a screw attack all the way up there. Nice. And we got more gems. So yes, these gates either give you a power-up to do a challenge, or they pretty much are a gateway to get to another point of the level. In this case, giving us a super jump, that's the only way to get through. By the way, all these balloons around here, I believe all of those are reused from Spyro 1. And I think they were in the original as well, funnily enough. So, always got to reuse those assets. But at the same time, it kind of brings the world alive. Like, they've all come in through via balloonists to see the hockey games. But this has got nothing to do with hockey. What the hell's the professor doing here? Let's grab these gems before we do. And, oh boy, spirits unleashed.
Thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away. But now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
Alright. And yes, this is a challenge. If you noticed when we saw him, he had an orb above his head. That tells you how many orbs that dude is holding that you gotta earn. And, yeah, about that as well. I don't think the original actually had the orbs appear over someone's head to let you know that they have an orb. I think that's just a quality of life thing saying, hey, this is an orb challenge. If you're ready, go for it. Speaking of which, I'm just going to go over here first. And we will get those statues along the way, but right now I'm exploring. And we need to... in fact, if I hop over here... is this how I get over this area? Probably? Or is there another statue in here? Yeah, there's another statue in here. And he does not look good. In fact, he's not even hold... they all hold hockey pucks, which is kind of cool, but he's not holding a stick anymore. Let's flame him. Oh, well that changed immediately, and that spirit's gone for good. So yeah, we got 10. Now, here's another thing that I haven't actually talked about yet. There is skill points in this game, and they are the Insomniac versions. In some levels, one of the standard skill points for the majority of most skill points that are the most memorable is flame everything that is, well, flammable that doesn't give you anything in the level. For example, Hurricos, destroy all windmills, Aquaria Towers, destroy all seaweed, Skello's Badlands, destroy all cacti. There's like, it's either that or you perfect score something or you perfect an enemy. So they're kind of standard, a little bit less what's the word? A little bit less varied than what it was in Spyro 1, but Spyro 1 originally did not have skill points. They were Toys for Bob / Reignited exclusive, including the trophies. The trophies are Reignited exclusive for the entire trilogy. So keep that in mind. And yes, completing a skill point will give you a 1-up upon completion, so that's quite helpful. And are you serious? Hey, Sparks. Get it. I'm clicking in the button and you're looking right at it. Grab it. Goddamn serious with this. That needs to be patched. Why has there not been a patch for this game yet? It's been well over 3 months at this point. Yeah, I know, I'm quite late. Don't judge me. I've had other stuff to do. And, you know, the Christmas period and all that. And that was awesome. Like I said, I like the quality and the stability for the most part with the Reignited Trilogy. The game looks beautiful. It's smooth enough. The slight jittery frame rate doesn't bother me that much, although I would like it a smooth 30. And the voice acting that's been redone is awesome. The soundtrack I have no gripes on for the most part. It's pretty much like effectively the definitive version, and you have more content with the skill points and the trophies. But little things like Sparks not grabbing that gem. Why is that a thing? It's not even in the wall. There was no, like, issue, like, stopping Spyro from flaming it. So I don't understand why that is such a problem. But yeah, we're pretty much going to have to go all the way through the level again and flame every single one of these. But yeah, if I said before, they actually are holding hockey pucks. So that's kind of a thing. So I want to go back to the beginning of the level here. Make sure we get every single one of the statues. There's no statues here, so those were the first two we saw. But I might as well scour the rest of the level anyway at this point, just in case, because since, you know, Sparks blatantly ignored that blue gem, and apparently an extra life as well. Sparks, seriously, what the hell? You know, that is my major gripe. That is my major gripe throughout Spyro 1 and Spyro... Well, yeah, Spyro 1 Reignited. It seems to be a thing throughout the entire trilogy. On PS1, the original games, Sparks did not have any issue... By the way, shortcut here. Don't need it, though. We need to go in here anyway. But... saves you from doing all this platforming again. Sparks, for some reason, just has a few issues on grabbing, you know, health when you're right next to it, as well as gems. And I do not know why that is such a prevalent problem. It just is. And I do not agree with it, and it needs to be patched, and I am surprised that other than that they one required patch that allows Spyro 2 and 3 to actually be played, because Spyro 1 is the only game on the physical disc, which is why I downloaded the whole trilogy, which I went into in depth in Spyro 1, which was like one of my major gripes. It still is now, and that accounts for the whole trilogy, but apparently the problems I've been experiencing throughout gameplay, like Sparks not grabbing stuff, seems to be a Reignited thing. Maybe it's got something to do with the engine or something, I don't know, but how hard is it to program a treasure magnet with a physical model in order to pick it up with its own hitbox? I don't get it. I mean, we've got Kingdom Hearts 3 on the same system. It should not be a problem. We've got a new area down here. So let's go down here. There's another statue here. We'll get you. There's actually more stuff to explore around here as well. It actually allows us to get into this room, so we didn't have to go up and over. We could just hop through the windows. But there is more level behind here. Let's grab that. Just keep grabbing all this. Now, here's the thing. We're on ice right now. We can't jump, we can't charge, we can only move on flame. And you don't stop, you just continue to move. Even if you try to pull back to stop, you're continuously moving. Which can be a bit of a problem, so you need to keep on tabs for that. And if you just heard a noise there, that was my phone going off. I have it in my pocket, should have put that somewhere else. Mubby? I'm just looking for more gems. Oh, I can't go back that way, fair enough. Actually, I don't think there's any statues around here as well. I think it was just the gems. But yeah, this dude's got 2 orbs for us to earn. And this is the only way to get out. You've got to go that little bit in order to hop out. So we'll talk to him later once we get all the rest of the stuff. Because we're still missing... Oh, I'm trying to click in the analog stick, but it won't let me. There we are. Now it will. So we're still missing a few gems. We're still missing 3 statues. We're getting there slowly. So let's come back in here. Come out around. And... It's funny, really. There looks like a ramp there, like, for supercharging, but it doesn't actually lead anywhere. I don't think that was in the original. What is going on? First Sparks ignores a gem, then he ignores a 1-up full heal butterfly, and now... A penguin fodder is just acting like a machine. Like, a turret, like... hang on. You see what I mean? Let me fix you up. Okay, I guess this is just going to be the episode where I complain about, you know, quality in general, I guess. Stuff up there. Can I make that jump? I don't think I can make that jump. I think, because what I need... Yeah, I can, because we've got the hover. Okay, I misjudged that one. Fair enough. But, I have another idea. What if I... hit me, and then glide out of it, and then do the hover. There we go. That's what you need to do. It's funny, because the gate isn't actually aligned for that, so you got to just know that you can do that. Then we can flame this to blow that up. And the other statues should be in here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure this will lead somewhere. Well, really? I can actually jump all the way across here and there's nothing here. You would think that they would put some gems here, but no, they don't. Oh, I missed that one. How did I miss that one? I do not know how I missed that one. That was weird. I'm still missing 2. I don't know where. I can't remember where they are, actually. Having a bit of a brain fart moment here. Oh well, I'll get this gems first, and then I'll cut around to where I'm missing two of them. And I missed. I missed! I mean, you do get a lot of airtime. Well, maybe if I do that, there we are. I'll do the quick job. So, maybe it's not like they timed it for half a second and then and it doesn't work. Maybe it's because if you do it too early, you just do the original technique on dropping like a stone. So, you have both abilities. Maybe that's the case? I don't know. Right, so I'm still missing two statues. For some reason, I can't find out where they are. I'm a moron. They were right next to the professor, and for some reason I didn't even notice.
Well done, Spyro. You've scared the evil spirit away. Why don't you take this? I borrowed it from the temple. They don't need it.
Yeah, that was my bad. I thought I already flamed them. That was a real big brain fart on my part. But at least now we can actually go do the hockey. So literally, that's all that we're missing right now. We're only missing those two orbs at the hockey ring. So if we can just glide here and do a hover, there we are. We can head over this way. Oh, and somehow bonk on that a little bit before I jumped correctly. I did not. This is actually considered one of the harder challenges in this game. Yeah, one of the first challenges of the first few worlds, and it's already one of the most challenging.
Ah, Spyro, welcome. We have found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper?
How's it calm? Have you not seen hockey? People can lose their noses, lose their teeth and break their noses. I was about to say that the other way around then. That would not be right. But what I was about to say was, this actually got a little bit easier in the Reignited version. Probably for difficulty balancing. But, you know, we actually gotta do it.
You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals in the red goal.
Sounds fair enough. So obviously they're going to get a goalie, and all we got to do is do some target practice, effectively. All you got to do is move into the puck to pick it up, and then obviously you press the circle button to shoot. But considering you're always moving, you cannot go into first person in order to aim. Are you kidding me? Well, that would have been an automatic goal for the computer upon spawning the puck, but there we go. But yes, we're always moving forward. We can't aim in first person, so you just got to segue your shot, and I messed that up. The problem is, I have actually got really good on doing this on the original, but obviously models are different, physics are slightly different, even though it feels the same here. It looks the same, but because, you know, models are different, I've got to just account for his bigger size and possible changed hitboxes. As long as I account for that, I should be able to get this through pretty easily. And, well, the hitbox for picking up the puck is definitely a lot more lenient than what it was before. I was quite far away from that, and I still picked it up. Yeah, baby! Wow, that was actually quite easy. Easier than I thought. Then again, that could have just been a... Wow! I didn't even shoot! It just automatically went in! What the hell? He didn't even block it, or get mad when he didn't block it. And it went right through the side of him. What the hell? 3 point, can't complain. But what I can complain about is, why did that happen? 3 point, yay, but why? Well, that time it didn't happen, but... That was so easy that I got a free shot. Wow, okay. Spyro 2 Reignited is a bit on the janky side, and the puck's still going around. That don't normally happen. Make a bit of checkpoint.
Would you like to try a game of one-on-one?
Okay, now here's the thing. The one-on-one match is actually the bit where some people tend to struggle.
Come back if you change your mind.
I will do it now, but I just want to say that if you want to come back and do this at a later point, like if you've done the first one but you find the second challenge too difficult, if you come back, you got to do the first challenge again. Yeah, Spyro 2 has a habit on practically resetting the worlds when you enter and leave. So, well, I mean, the gems don't reset, the orbs that you have don't reset, but the challenges that give the orbs reset, as well as most of the platforming and, you know, enemies respawning also equals that you gotta kill the enemies in order to reactivate the gates. It's kind of like adding replayability in the form of like making you do some things that you don't really need to do multiple times, but it's just kind of a thing that you got to deal with. But the reason why I actually wanted to leave that the menu and get not be locked into the minigame is because I want to go to the skill points. We actually have a skill point here, and because skill points are actually built into Spyro 2 originally on the PS1, I will be getting these if I can on the way through the game. However, there are still a couple of skill points that will be a lot easier or outright undoable unless we get 100%, which does not include the skill points. So, gotta keep that in mind. Colossus, perfect in hockey. Only counts for the second round and not the first. The reason being, you can't let the opponent score a single goal. What? The one time I actually want to talk, and then I actually go into first person. Last episode, try to go into first person. Talk to the person far away from them, while the icon's above their heads.
Ah, have you come to play some one-on-one?
Yes.
The first to score 5 goals wins. You are shooting at the red goal. Off you go.
Thank you. And here we are. So they get a goalie as well as their own player. So let's grab this before he gets it. And he can whack it out of you, so be careful about that. But I'm going to take a pot shot, and there we go, he smacked me. Thankfully, you don't lose health. But if they do smack you, you lose the puck, and you're a mug, so I'm going to burn your bottom. I mean, this is what hockey's all about, right? Bloody noses and torched buttocks. Freezer burn. And you saw there, he was trying to be he was playing defense there, but now he's on pursuit. So you just have to lead him away, make your shot, and there we go. So as long as I can actually get all 5 shots, you're not timed by the way. As long as I can get all 5 shots without him scoring a single goal, I will get the skill point as well as the orb on the first try. That is my goal. What am I doing? Well, I kind of led him the wrong way now, haven't I? But that's fine, because as long as I just do this, get in between both of them, and that, yeah, it has definitely gotten easier, because I think it's because I can pick up the puck more easily. I accidentally shot it at the same time. No, that didn't work. I just spat out. But yeah, it's got a lot easier, mainly because that I'm always chasing, in the original, you're always chasing the puck, because you can never seem to pick it up. Was it really that easy of a shot? I wasn't even that close. It has gone easier. That is definitely a thing. Wasn't supposed to get that free goal last time, but it's definitely gone easier. I shot from way further than I usually do, but it's just because I thought, yeah, I can make that shot. Look at that! He didn't even move! He's tracking me, not the puck. He's supposed to track the puck. I guess if I've got the puck in my mouth, he just locks onto me, and that's it. Well, that was a dumb decision. Should have just let him whack it back. Problem is, if my goalie's AI is terrible, then yeah, it could be a problem. Why don't we whack it to his own goal? Oh, shoot. No! Whack it to me! You're a terrible goalie, what are you doing? And score. Skill point.
Well done. Have this. If you stare at it long enough, you might not see anything.
Are you telling me I'm going to go blinded by the glare? That's just rude. And he's just having some fun. And there we are. This world is 100% complete. There we go. I was just waiting for it there. It took a little while, but there we are. 6 orbs already. Out of, well, I'm not going to, yeah, it says it. No, it doesn't say up there. I'm not going to spoil it then. But yeah, that's it. We are done in this world. There's nothing else to do. We even got the skill point, funnily enough, as well as the trophy. As I said, for the Reignited versions, there seems to be at least 1 trophy tied to every level. So, with that, we are out of here. And when you leave a level through the exit portal, you get an ending cutscene to wrap things up. So they're trying to fix this, put this thing back. What are you doing? Yeah, how does making a noise equal dancing? And then you've overdone it. You know he's dead. And it's just gonna stay up there like the body's made out of glue, alright? Yeah, as I said, Spyro 2, quite dark, in a way you wouldn't think. I mean, I know it's cartoony, someone gets hurt, they play it for laughs, it's instantaneous, there's no blood or anything like that. And then it's like, oh no, I'm just going to run away with my eyebrows not touching my head. But it's still a little bit odd. But there's more important matters. We now have enough money to go swimming. Because we can now pay for our lessons.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
I will take you up on that offer now that I have the gems. You made me go to another level to do it, but I had to do it anyway, so whatever.
Great. Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge.
Fair enough, good sir. We have a nice pond to swim in here, but you know what? I feel like we're actually going to start back at the beginning of Summer Forest, and there's a reason why. Where's the exit? It's over here. Mainly because, if you look at the map here, and this is something that I believe was added to the Reignited version, if there's an orb on the map that you can pick out with nowhere, or if there's a challenge that gives orbs, they will be highlighted with that green, with the yellow circle with a green inside. Basically, you know, the symbol of an orb up there. So, how do we get to that? Well, if you look at the map here, which is something that a lot of people did miss if you do not activate the map on Spyro 2, because you have to actually go into the options and add, and, you know, turn it on. Similar to this entire trilogy, actually. You'll see that, well, this river kind of leads to an underwater tunnel, but we wouldn't be able to access it until now. And the thing about when I'm underwater is I always tend to charge, because, well, the only way... Okay, that looked a little bit odd. That one broke properly. The first bloody underwater pot I break and it bugs out a tad. Of course. Yeah, so if you want to just drift forward, you just hold the jump button. I tend to not do that, and I actually forget you can do that. I always tend to just charge around, plus it's faster. But you tend to do that anyway in normal exploration. So, I don't know. But yeah, we go through here, there's a bunch more gems that we can grab. I was about to say, Sparks, you're going to grab that one. I was about to go back for it. And yes, you know where we were standing before with Hunter after doing that gliding hovering tutorial? We saw this in the distance. We now have it. But there still seems to be one gate available. It's because that Hunter's still up there. And yet we've already got his orb. That's because that he holds a challenge. So in a way that was a hidden orb, and somehow I missed that part. And for Christ's sake, Sparks, we have to end on a glitch. For flip's sake. This is not intended. This whole episode has just been... You know, I'll say this. Despite how many problems we bumped into in this episode, like Sparks not grabbing something, and me forgetting that I didn't flame the first two statues to get that one orb, and Sparks, you know, not grabbing that one up, I didn't die once! Yay! That's an improvement from the first game, innit? If you guys haven't seen that, you might want to go check it out. It was full of shenanigans and failure. But yes, in the next episode, guys, we're going to head to Idle Springs. I was about to say Hot Springs then. That's a different PlayStation 1 collectible game. That my brother has actually covered. Link in the card above. Might as well just mentioned it. But yep, in the next episode, guys, we go to Idle Springs. See you guys then.